G'day mate, welcome back to Astroneer with me, Jedi, and it's finally done. Finally done. Ooh. Nope, not done. Not done. So I need to make a packager. Yeah, we've finally loaded up all our gases, so I've literally, it's been like 3 hours worth of AFK time to produce the power to fill one whole storage board of methane, one whole storage board of sulfur, and one of helium. And methane's 100 parts per million, so it didn't take too long. No, sulfur's 75 parts per million, didn't really take too long. Helium's 25 parts. It took forever. But the good news is, I can now pack that back up, put that on storage, put that in there. We're going to leave our power generator and our thing, and there's even some gas canisters here for the next time I come and visit. I'm going to fly our ass home. Launch! And this will use up the last in this canister. I have no idea what happens to the canister then. Oh, and I forgot to show off the sunset and the sunrise. Trust me, on this planet, it's epic. Due to the cloud cover, it is super, super epic. I also found out from where I started, directly, I literally parked right in the middle of two, I don't want to go to the satellite, I want to go to the other planet, home planet, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, that one. Yeah, I managed to park myself directly between two of the engines. But, let's put it this way. The planet's not nice in the slightest. Oh, the canister just disappears. That was a bit boring. Come down in there. Yeah, I managed to plant myself. But yeah, planet's not nice. The terrain is horrible. Very, very horrible. Very, very horrible. On top of that, the wildlife is definitely out to get you. A lot. Oh, really? I have a spare slot? I didn't realise. And the one thing about that planet is if you can get power out there, which, after I finish this, I can. I'll take the plant. I'm going to plant the plant. Because there's an achievement for planting all the plants. I don't know how close I am to planting all the plants. Okay, you're now empty. You can go there. Open, 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 open. Missed one. Open. Yeah, there's a few research things, like, everywhere. Because the plants are everywhere. Red one. I was really successful once with a red one, so I'm going to try another red one. 2,500. Boom. Giant cubey thing. 1,500. Boom. And spiky looking thing. 3,500. Yep, that planet is definitely where the research is at. Okay. Gases. It's helium. It's argon. They look so alike. Sulfur. And methane. And eventually I'd use up all these, but not in a hurry. Okay, we want helium. One canister on there, please, sir. One nanocarbon alloy. So this is the end tech. This is the piece de resistance. This is it. This is the last thing, the hardest thing to get in the game. That's a little bit disappointing. I'm going to print two of them. because we can. Good. You know what? Let's print a third, just so we've got one on display. So that's that. I needed... Nope. Carbon, carbon, and sulfur. Hey, you. Got any carbon? One. Oh, that's right. I'm covered in batteries. Let's run over here and do some batteries. Run over here and ditch out oxygen because I don't think I need that anymore. Take all my... They're not weapons, Jedi. They're tools. I still want to call them weapons. I got carbon. You know what? That's the quickest way to get carbon. So we need 2 carbon and a sulfur. UV sulfur. And after you've gone through your process, we can shove the organics in there and while luck get carbon. That's argon. What the hell is it doing over there? Oh, that's a good point. I can't... Oh, it exploded off. Okay. Come on, go faster. We have unlimited power. Pretty much. Between all the batteries we've got. Burn. Harvest. Burn. Wrong thing. Burn. Actually, we need to make silicon. Resin, quartz. Crap, where's the quartz? Where's the resin? Okay. You. Quartz. And yes, even with my ridiculous amount of scrap, I've managed to burn through just about all of it. Go. So that'll launch. You can print me resin. Why for you not print? Soil canisters right there. Oh. Okay. Print resin. Carbon. That should be enough. Explosive powder. You're back to quartz. Excellent. 2 lots of explosive powder. Because what could go wrong? Quartz. Resin. Methane. Other gas. Make some silicon. You are going to have to go into there. Oh, silicon's pretty, actually. I like silicon. Okay. Alright, so we'll take some silicon. We'll walk around all this crap. I'm going to head over towards a proper. Okay. A crane. Steel, silicon, and titanium. Steel, titanium, silicon on my back. That's in a medium printer. Done. Crane. Print. Okay. Nope. 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 RTG. 10,000 bytes. Nanocarbon alloy and lithium. Take some nanocarbon alloy and some lithium. Head back over this medium printer. Okay, it must be the small printer then. RTG, which is a radiothermonuclear generator, i.e. unlimited power. Which is good, because I'm looking at those batteries and they get low. Because I'm running like everything at the moment. Unpack. Boom. Unlimited power. Producers... It's not going to tell me. From memory, producers, again, had to look this up on the wiki, 2 kilowatts. So like as much as a solar panel or something. But it's forever. It's not dependent on anything else. It just runs. Which is awesome. Okay. Last research, portable oxygenator. Which is actually printed on my back. And I'm going to move that out of the way, put that up there, and then hopefully we can find somewhere where we can run far enough that we can test it out. Turn on. F. There we go. So it does chew power, a lot of power. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So I think the idea of that is to carry a few oxygen tanks. You know what? That's what we'll carry a few oxygen tanks. We'll carry a battery as well. We'll run out to the sticks. And I guess we're just going to have to... What is that? Oh, it's a scannable item. We're just going to have to run around in circles for a little bit to chew up our oxygen. And yes, running is the quickest way to chew up your oxygen. Oh, now I'm curious. If I run out to a tether line that's not actually powered... Oh, I could oxygenate a tether line. Yeah, without having to worry about oxygen, exploring just became a lot easier. And like that is the point of this item, is to put it on a machine, not carry it on yourself, and that way you can just you know, either fly out to another planet and start laying down tether lines, or if worse comes to worse, yeah, put it on your shoulder with a significant power source, and you know, a couple of oxygen tanks, and go nuts. Again, I'd really like bigger inventories. I think that's been my number one comment about Astroneer. The want for a bigger inventory. What's that? Extenders, sure. Just because we're out here. Okay, so I've killed off 2 oxygen tanks. Now, an oxygen tank is twice the length of this bar. I can't press F to turn it on. The only way is to... V? No, V does turn it on. I should have really had this off. Well, there you go. There's a recharge. So for half my bar, I guess, I've filled this thing 4 times. That's pretty significant. I'm really hoping I haven't lost my base. No, it's that way. That is pretty significant, and that this is why it's endgame tech. It's not something you get till really I'm done with everything. Oh, we'll have that. We'll have that. Yeah, we'll just carry it home. Oh, there's some more resin, or organic. Run faster. Where the hell can I plug this in? You can sit on that truck. You can sit... Maybe not on that, but literally anywhere, and you can just apply the power of the network. Put that on there. Put that on there. Literally to get rid of them. 2,500 bytes. 3,500 bytes. That one's still got 11 minutes to go. Yeah, bytes are fairly pointless at this stage. But it means, like, if you can get to that final planet with some sort of power and a base and a research chamber, you can make 10,000 science points in I won't say minutes, but very, very, very quickly. Okay, we have our crane. Our crane and our explosives. They're the last 2 things we're going to show off. Crane can go on there. Sure. Crane needs a drill head. Nope. Winch. Actually, let's do the explosives. Dynamite. Fireworks. Dynamite. We've seen fireworks before, so we'll just make the dynamites. We haven't seen that yet. Drill head. Where the hell did I put the drill head? There we go. That's a drill head. That's a wide mod. That's a... Really? That's a boost mod. I left the explosives behind me on the ground. There. There. Unpack that. Drill goes on there. We'll get back to you in 1 second. I'm going to find where my explosives are. And now the trick is not to blow myself up. F to detonate. Okay. Oh! Actually, there's more bang and less. Yeah, it really didn't do much. I gotta be honest. Okay. I want to run power that way because we're going to play with the crane. Oh, wrong one. Put that back on there. Oh, hang on. Does it go on? No, you two can come here. Into the crane. Okay, I can't do anything yet. Alright, so in theory then, wide mod, boost mod. I don't know if that's how to actually get them to work. But the crane works like this. Actually, let's demonstrate this properly. Okay, that can go there, that can go there, that can go there. I don't need the oxygen. I don't need that. Even with the whole storage thing in front of me, I still managed to miss it. Okay. Over here. Let's grab canvas. Ooh. Tether lag. Really, it's all the canisters I can carry? No, here, have enough. Not a full one. An oxygenator. What's something that's not storage? What's something that's actually hardwired? There. Nope. Maybe it's because that one's wrong. Still running. Yeah, it's working. Pressing F doesn't do anything. It seems like I've got to be using it to then turn it on and off on myself. I'll put that one back. Okay. I was trying to demonstrate. Soil canisters. Everywhere. Stop shaking and nodding your head. Okay, over here. That canister, that canister, that canister, and that canister. I'm demonstrating this with soil because there's plenty of soil. It can be used much the same with actual resources. But that means I have to drive my truck and actually find some resources which we could dig up. And there is some in here, so we will have everything we can get our hands on. It doesn't look like either of those mods are actually there. Try again. Crane, come on, crane. Deforms terrain. I can't Can't seem to get a mod to slide onto it any way, shape or form. Okay. No, not the battery, the crane. Come on, game, you can do it. Run this way, turn around, come back, look at crane, hold over crane, press F on... Come on, game. Crane. Okay. No, it's literally just burning material. It should be encountering organics and all sorts of things up here. So in theory, the way the crane works is like this, where you can quickly and efficiently fill up canisters with soil. But it seems it doesn't like me, and it's just like, you can see the smoke from it's like, it's literally just burning off the material. Otherwise, like half a dozen canisters would have been filled by now. Empty, 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 empty. Also empty. Yeah, I give up. In theory, that's how the crane's meant to work. In reality, it hates me. Digging head wants to go on the front. Can I attach stuff to the digging head? No. Can I attach any of my boost mods to the head whilst it's on the ground? Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, look, that's pretty much Astroneer in a nutshell. We've played it pretty much the whole game. Not quite all of it, but close enough to. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been awesome. I think I've clocked up like 60 hours in the game. And I haven't really rushed through, but I haven't really slowed down and smelled the roses, so to speak. Either way, it's been a lot of fun. The only things, which I think I said a couple of episodes ago, the only things I would do different, or I'd like to see in the game, is more automation. I'd love to have more automation in the game. I'd love to be able to take my crane out, and I'd like to be able to park my crane somewhere and have it just auto-dig the area whenever I needed more materials. Even if it was taking it out to an area where there's resin or there's composite, and just leaving it there. Plugged in, on a rover, connected on a very, very long power grid. I don't know anything like that. So it just picked up resources if there were resources, if I needed resources. I'd love to be able to go into my chemistry lab and say, hey, I want nanocarbon alloy. And if I don't have the prerequisites pre-crafted, it to fire up the furnace, you know, move one material along to fire up the furnace, to then move another material along to, well, we need titanium alloy and we need steel. So, you know, fire up iron and then fire up organic to give me carbon, to then fire the two together to make steel with argon, to then fire up graphene, which is graphite and hydrazine, to then fire up titanium. So smelt the titanium to then run the graphene with the nitrogen to give me titanium alloy, to finally make me a nanocarbon alloy. That's what I'd love. I'd love that little bit more in-depth, well, a little bit more automation. It's really what it comes down to. The game has been fun. I highly recommend it. There is a link down in the description for Humble Bundle. I would strongly recommend grabbing this game because it's like $30 or something from memory. Maybe it's even $40. And my attitude is, as long as I'm getting at least $1 per hour out of the game, it's worth it. And it's far succeeded what I expected. So yeah, recommend this one. I also recommend that if you do buy it, you take some little batteries and you run them into a shredder as soon as you can. And however much scrap you thought I made, double it, because I've used it all. Maybe even triple it. You know, set up a few scrappers side by side and just throw batteries in them and pull them back out over and over and over. But yeah, I am looking forward to the future updates they are adding. I might come back after an update or two, especially now we've got basically the whole game unlocked. I wouldn't mind finding out what happens if we unlock all the gates. Can't even teleport out there. Okay, so I've got to unlock this one to be able to teleport out. Okay. Yeah, probably for later. So yeah, I don't know. I might keep playing. I might go unlock everything. I might do a final episode in, if this is all, maybe in some amount of time, showing off what happens if I completely activate the lovely space thingamajiggy bob. Especially now we've got a rocket, we can fly just about anywhere. Resources are pretty much infinite at this stage. Yeah, it's like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck through the whole series, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's really good to see the comments where people have started at the start and got all the way to the end. Or maybe you've even binge watched it and you're catching up a week after this episode's out and you've sat down and spent a whole long weekend watching the whole series. Either way, thank you guys so much. It's been a ton of fun. Thank you again to Jedi for sending me this game on Steam. It's so appreciated. And yeah, I definitely give this one at least a 7 out of 10. Looking at the development, the Trello roadmap and what's coming, I think it's going to be even if they screw up everything, it'll be an 8 out of 10. If they do a good job, which is what I'm expecting, after looking at the early alpha videos of how some of the automation worked, I'm expecting a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next series. Bye.